Tiny Kitchen Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to make a tiny chocolate cake in a tiny kitchen. So what you'll need for this recipe is going to be a half box of chocolate cake mix, any kind will do, 2 eggs, 1/4 cup and 1/8 cup of buttermilk, 1/3 cup of sour cream or Greek yogurt, 1/6 cup of oil, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 1/8 cup of flour, and I'm also adding in a half a box of chocolate pudding mix. So the first thing we're going to want to do is combine our cake mix with all of our wet ingredients. We're going to mix them with our hand mixer. If you don't have a hand mixer, you can use a whisk. My cake mix, my oil, my buttermilk, Greek yogurt, and my eggs. I'm going to crack into a bowl so I don't get shells in my mix. Now I'm going to mix in the rest of my dry ingredients. You can see it's very thick. It's really thick, so I'm going to use another egg. Here. All right. 3rd egg, since it's so thick. Much better. Yeah, it's definitely not as thick anymore. Nice and smooth. I'm going to preheat my oven to 325. 6-inch cake pans. 6-inch. And inside of this thing is a 6-inch cake pan. So it's funny looking, it's a tiered cake, but it's a 6-inch. It works perfect for what we're doing. Have a 6-inch piece of parchment paper just so that my cake won't stick. I'm going to spray them. I'm going to try to evenly put my cake mix in my pans. Kind of tap mount here. On a pan, in the oven, 18 to 23 minutes. So the cake just beeped. I actually had to put it in for an extra 5 minutes. So I'm going to check it now. It's been 23 minutes. Coming out a little wet, so I think I'm going to give them just a few more minutes here. We'll go with 3 more minutes. Take us up to 26 minutes. 26 minutes. Alright, so now we're just going to let our cakes cool. My cakes are cold, so I'm going to cut the tops off them now to make them more even. My nifty little cutter here. If you don't have one of these, you can always cut the top off with the bread knife. need to make my frosting. So we're going to be making whipped cream frosting. So what you'll need for this recipe is going to be 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, an 1/8 cup of powdered sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon of unflavored gelatin, and 3/4 tablespoon of cold water. So the first thing that we want to do is combine our water and our gelatin and allow it to sit. So I'm just going to mix that in. And that will help keep our frosting firm. We want to mix in our powdered sugar and our heavy cream, and we're just going to whip it until stiff peaks form. So before we get to the stiff peak stage, we're going to add in our gelatin. So I just need to liquefy this again. So I'm going to microwave it for a few seconds. So it's liquefied, and I'm just going to add a little bit of our cream in here and mix it in just to help temper it. And then we're going to pour it back in and mix until we get our peaks. Alright, we are ready to frost our cake. So I've got my first one here, and I'm just going to put some in the middle. Perfect. And we're just going to stack our other cake on top. And just frost. And there you have it. That is how you make a tiny chocolate cake in a tiny kitchen.